Never argue with your cat. I did not want to be facing a camera or laying on my elbows or whatever, but some certain furry, fuzzy creature decided that she wants to sleep on my lap. And kind of like arguing with a 2-year-old, it just doesn't do any good. So I'm Ron Juckett, and I am joined by Al Red Sox fan, and we're just going to chat a few minutes. How you doing, Al?
Good. Glad to see Uncle Ron back. It's only going to be for a short time, but that's A-OK with me and the FOC. We always love to see Uncle Ron as we have baseball demos in the chat. He says, cats seem to rule. I think you agree with that, Ron.
Oh, without any question, cats seem to rule. This one certainly thinks she does. OG, how you doing? Glad to have you along. Like I said, just a few minutes. And first of all, as I look back at myself live, never seems to go the way you want it to. Never mind the eye goo up there. I tried to get most of it out. Pretty interesting couple days. I want to thank all of you who have sent notes and well wishes. It means a lot. It's not been a fun couple days, but hopefully I'm not as bloated in the face as I was, and I won't show you my elbows, but they've got nice little band-aids on them. Dave Gardner was disappointed out when they weren't Scooby-Doo. CBS Variety. Scooby-Doo.
You should have done Scooby-Doo. That would have been cool.
I don't know what she found. I mean, my arms are pretty tiny anyway, and I can't lift them up enough to see. And I'm not sure you want to anyway.
No, we want you to be comfortable, Uncle Ron.
She found something that actually padded them, and so I'm pretty amazed. So it's been an interesting couple days, and but I am feeling outside of the elbows, I'm feeling a lot better. As I told my mother yesterday, it was all the fun of having the flu without being super tired to go along with it.
Hello, Tribes fan.
How are you doing, Tribes fan?
Uncle Ron, can I read a question from the chat?
Absolutely.
Baseball Demos. Remember to subscribe all these wonderful channels. Baseball Demos, the original Grognard and Tribes fan asks, Ron, how did you get the name Uncle?
Ask Al.
I named him Uncle. Uncle is a sign of respect. I've come from the Italian-American culture, the Italian culture. When in Italian, you say OZ, and that's just Uncle. It's a slang for uncle, and it's a sign of respect. So we say Uncle Ron. And
I'd actually done some videos on my other channel as Uncle Ron's Thoughts or Uncle Ron Rambles or whatever, but it never really caught on. And I have a gaggle of nieces and nephews, but it never, like I said, never really caught on. In fact, I think to them I was Uncle Turkey Legs.
Uncle Turkey Legs.
Because my legs are so skinny. So yeah, we love you, Uncle Turkey Legs.
Hello, Bobby Catalano and
hey,
Ken
Bobby,
Castro.
How are you? But it was Al that pretty much called me that, and we just kind of roll with it ever since.
Again,
hoping that we have baseball demos on tomorrow for a full Ron Juckett.
That's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking for that. We probably won't be the other streaming game action. We'll do something for the Masters on Saturday, and we're just kind of going to play it by ear. We're going to have baseball demos on tomorrow to do a full interview, and then Monday, I think we're going to.
What time's that, Ron?
7:30 tomorrow.
Okay.
7:30 tomorrow.
And right now that's on. We're saying that's on.
That definitely is on unless things get worse tomorrow. And I can't tell you just how much better I feel today.
Right. We were talking offline, so that's on like Donkey Kong. Again, it might change, but we don't think that's going to change.
But I want to give it the full 90 minutes to 2 hours that we normally do. So Friday is going to be a light day, and then we'll do something Saturday, and I guess we're going to treat the game schedule as in the baseball players walked off for a week. Oh, the National Brotherhood of Elbow Pads walked off for a week.
Or a strike by the Cats. What do you say when you say the Cats?
The Cats against the ethical treatment of athletes.
Yeah, that's always fun.
On strike. So we'll just pick it up. I built in some time in the schedule between the end of baseball, the World Series and football season. And so I have like a month to play with. So that won't affect anything down the line. So we'll just pick it right back up on Tuesday afternoon like we would have last Tuesday.
We have some new sorry, Ron.
But we'll try to figure out how to get 2 football games in next week because I'm desperately trying to get the Patriots Challenge done before the new game comes out the night of the draft on the 25th.
We have some new visitors in the chat. We have Dave Little. How you doing, Dave? I had a fun time talking wrestling. Dave probably never wants to come on the channel again because I just kept battling wrestling.
I doubt that.
And Robbie Wartburg, check out those great channels. Remember, subscriber drive. Everyone gets to 1,000 people. And Bobby Cantillano is going to be on the channel. Maybe we'll do Bobby Cantillano on the channel a little later tonight. Are you up for that, Bobby? On my channel. Maybe
Go
we'll
watch
do
that in the morning because I'm going to bed when we're done here. But you're
I
doing this great subscriber drive.
Wow.
Trying to get everyone up to 1,000 subscribers, and of course that's the week I get sick.
Well, it's going to go on and on. People are going to get nauseated with me. But, I always tell the joke. I after chats with Al, I joke it. Now I'm used to it. I lose subscribers all the time. And again, some of it's people who subscribed way back when. You know what I mean? Could be bot channels and stuff. They get but I always make the joke. Like last chat with Al, I lost 5 subscribers. I'm sitting there going, well, I thought we were pretty funny. So,
we were.
We were funny.
We were. But the monkey sends emails.
That freaking monkey. I told you we shouldn't have taught him how to type. I told you, Uncle Ron. So it's so good to have Uncle Ron back.
Like I said, I was not feeling good yesterday. Even this, I'm taking my time, gotten some naps in. It's pretty clear now on this Wednesday night that it was a medicine.
You look better. You look better. You do. I was telling you before, you were a little swollen in the face. And Clinton,
Clinton Park.
And when you said, I said, yeah, I noticed it too. But now you look better. You do look better. So maybe it's starting to work its way out.
Yeah, I don't know how long it takes for your body to detox after you stop taking something. It was, if you've taken that, there's my primary pill, the metformin, I take 3 times a day. I take it with each meal. And outside of the first 30 days of bloating and discomfort that is associated with bloating, it goes away and you feel, whatever normal is. This I had done for 2 weeks and it was so gradual. I mean, the 3 of us did a show. Well, we did Chat with Al.
Yep.
Saturday night, and we went till
we went long. We
went
longer.
We went till about 1 o'clock, and then YouTube chatted for about 45 minutes after that.
Yep.
So that was a long time, and elbows had been bothering me for about a week. Rubbing the lotion on them and whatever, and just kind of you would see me squirm. And
I had a great joke about lotion, but it's not Chat with Al. So
it's not Chat with Al.
No, your nephew could, so I'm gonna be good.
Yes. Actually, his mother is introducing him to horror movies, I think.
Ooh.
Yes. Because something grotesque. And I said, does my wife send you pictures of my elbows? That's too gross for me, Ron. Oh, okay. Because they were pretty bad. And so we did the nice chat with Dave Gardner talking about the Action PC game.
Oh, that was awesome.
And that was the longest single most watched day in this channel's history. We streamed over close to 4,000 minutes on that one day. And so, again, kind of got to get, off and on and off and on. Yeah. And Monday I went, okay, I don't normally stream out much.
It was funny because I thought you were doing something Monday because I thought you said you were going to do something Monday. Or maybe it was, and I clicked it on at lunch. Go, where's Ron? No, Tuesday. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're right. So I click on around lunch. Where's Ron? Waiting for Ron. Wait, and then Dave Gardner came on, and he filled the spot. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. Job. It was fun. So
77 Red Sox with Reggie Jackson and Mark Fidrich.
He traded Bernie Carbo though. He traded.
You
Bernie
do
Carbo.
that for Reggie Jackson.
Not me. I love Bernie.
I had Bernie on a podcast.
I know that. I have to. Can we find that?
Yeah, I got it somewhere.
Oh, I'd love to see that because you guys do a great job when you interviewed. I used to listen to your interviews when you did the ESPN guy. Again, people didn't take such an opportunity and everyone missed it, and it's shame on them. Not you guys in the chat, but baseball fan.
Every time I had Buster Olney on my recording, equipment broke.
It was just, but your interviews and even your post games with that team we're not going to mention, in that place we're not going to mention.
No, you can mention Ricky and Drew. Ricky and Drew and I.
Ricky and Drew. Yeah. But I mean,
Oh, the other, yeah, well,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, those were
Unbelievable
fun.
stuff.
Those
Yeah,
were
Ricky and
a
Drew
lot
and
of
you
fun.
guys are awesome.
Oh yeah, and they're such
I
good
love
people.
them. Love them.
I'm sure Drew is ready for the school year to be over, but he
Yeah.
survived 2 years at Virginia Tech.
Not Tech.
So I was gonna do a fight Monday night. I had the boxers picked out, and I went, no, you know what? I don't feel up to it. Nothing felt wrong, but I just didn't feel right. And I woke up Tuesday morning, and you saw me yesterday morning, and went, there's no game today. And this was after I got back from a walk, and Sarah, we went to the local coffee. I've got a Dunkin' Donuts next door, and then there's a local place on Church Street in downtown
Yep.
Philly. Very nice. So I went there, and I knew I wasn't feeling well, and so I got something I shouldn't have had, and I don't really care at this point. It was good. And so I got that and a drink, and she took one look at me, and she says, "I'm not going to work today." Oh, okay.
She's concerned about you. She's,
Yeah, because I didn't take because I got up
You-
Tuesday morning and said, I'm not taking this again. You're not taking obviously
So
the other
you knew. So
medications I'm on.
how many? If you, sorry to interrupt, Uncle Ron. You did that wonderful short video today,
Right.
telling people, it's good to go to the doctors. Again, I'm not saying not to go to the doctors. I'm not saying not to take medication, but Uncle Ron brought it up. If something doesn't feel right, it's the way you feel. And if you haven't seen that video, please check it out. It's only about 7-8 minutes, but now I'll give it back to Uncle Ron. Obviously, it's a show, but he did. How many days were you on it, and you started to say, "Hey, I don't feel good."
About I took it 2 weeks, and as I said in one of those update videos, the lady at CVS, who's my pharmacist, was very nice to call and ask how I was doing. I've never had that happen before. I know that other people
they were concerned about if someone calls and asks you, they were probably concerned about side effects and stuff.
Yeah,
like
or side effects. And at the moment, I wasn't feeling it. But like I said, it was the elbows was the first thing. Now I do a lot on my elbows because I'm doing this obviously in bed.
Yep.
And
that's the setup that we talked about. That's the setup that works for you. That's the way
for me. I mean, everything is set up where I can reach it. It makes me quote unquote work when the wife is not here, and makes me independent. There's not much I can do sitting up.
Okay.
You see the chair beside me, and I go for walks and all that.
And the duct tape. You got the Al Red Sox fan duct tape on it. That's awesome.
Yeah, the Al Red Sox fan duct tape, because I told you, if you missed it on Chat with Al, someone held the door open for me at Dunkin' Donuts for me to leave, but didn't hold it wide enough, and I was trying not to hit him, and drove the arm of the chair promptly into a door frame, which is of course not made of donuts. And so I cracked the foam, and that's why the duct tape is on there. So like I said, probably, the elbow wasn't getting any better. And so Monday, I'm thinking, you know what? I wasn't feeling very good Monday. You know what? I think I'm going to stop. Should I stop taking this? And I looked up, and yep, joint pain's a side effect. And okay. So I was going to not take it and then call. And then all hell broke loose with the elbows on Tuesday. And she took one look and said, nope, I'm staying home. I'm like, oh, and I can count the days that Sarah has stayed home because of me being ill on one hand. In fact, that might be the first time in 20 years. I don't get sick. And if we do, we usually get sick together. And so she's out anyway. The last time we both had the flu was just before we got married. We both missed a week. Watched a lot of curling, though. But beyond that,
curling can be fun. Wait, what are we talking about?
Fun.
Oh, curling. I'm sorry.
Yes. When you had the flu, the last thing you want is that kind of
curling. That kind of, yeah. Let me get my.
It was before I got married, so yes, you're partially right there, but no, not that week. Anyway, thank God for the CBC, because there was nothing else that was good. Except for curling at 7 in the morning.
I like curling though.
I do too.
I know it sounds stupid, but I like it.
No, I like it. So yesterday, I realized there was no games, and when I talked to Dave Gardner about this week in the I said, don't schedule a guest. I'll do the show, but don't schedule a guest. I just want to do this and get it over with.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He said, no, we're not doing it. And so pretty much a shutdown for most of the week. I'm doing this to thank you guys for all the support that I've gotten. I mean, just overwhelmed.
Everyone misses your Uncle Ron. So many people are asking, "How's Uncle Ron?"
Yeah, no, and you know, it's a, you know, I termed it a scare, but a very minor scare. And yeah, I mean, I trust my doctor that when she and I finally have a conversation, whether it's late this week or early next week, that we're going to be able to either, you know, we'll come up with an amiable solution to what she thinks I should do and what I should do. You know, I've made some dietary changes.
Yep.
Never going to be gluten free. I'm never giving up the bagels. I miss my donuts. But that's the, I also want to see 50.
You know what? They have some really good gluten-free chips, and I'll tell you after, because I have
my favorite gluten-free chip.
Yeah, they Cape Cod chips are. I'm pretty
sure. I try not to eat a lot of, I was eating too many chips. I was eating too many things I wasn't supposed to eat, and I'm a big peanut fan, salted in the shell, and I can unshell them myself. And it's baseball season, so I'm a big sunflower seed fan. I can get that salty, snacky sensation.
That's good. They get it.
Other things, and pistachio, like I said, other things. And so I'll get this figured out. But still, for Sarah to stay home, and I think she thought in the back of her head we were going to the hospital.
She probably did, for her to stay home.
Yeah,
this will make you happy, Ron. Baseball update from Baseball Demos. The Nationals lead the Phillies 14-0.
14-0?
Couldn't happen to a better team.
Big win for them last night, by the way.
The Nationals.
Big, yeah, for the Nationals. They were down. Harper's homered off of Strasburg, and it was 6-2. I watched a lot of the Red Sox game yesterday because, TV, I can do it on my side.
How bad is their pitching?
I shut that off. I don't know.
Again, I don't want to get into the whole, but spring training does matter, folks. I'm not saying you have to play it like 7 games of the World Series, but you got to get your guys their innings, your players their at bats. It's just, I know I've said it over and over again. I said to my uncle, my dad, my brother, my friends at work, I go, is it me or they're just not throwing enough?
Well, Sale in a start in Oakland was hitting 91, and so I was kind of drifting in and out of Napland yesterday.
Yeah,
and I'm watching, and Sale's pitches had movement, and I'm looking. Oh, he's hitting 93. This was just before he got Christmas treed in the 4th.
Yeah, because they were up.
Right,
it was tied. It was tied. I think it was tied 2-2.
So much better.
Yeah.
Nope. And the TV went off, and I fell asleep.
do you think? I think he might still be hurt.
I think he is hurt.
Yeah,
I think he's hurt.
It could be a tough season for our beloved Red Sox, Uncle Ron.
Well, they've never repeated in the modern era. There just is. I
mean, 3 division titles and a World Series. 3 division titles in a row. I can't. I want to. This is what I always expect out of a Red Sox season. I don't know. I want them to get me to September in contention at least. You know what I mean? That's and then we go from there. And this might not. This could be ugly.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, they were in last place in 14 after winning it all in 13, but that's because John Farrell. It's
what are you saying, John? He could do the double switch. Oh no, he couldn't. That was mind-boggling to him. The double switch. Yeah, I remember that.
I still miss Terry Francona.
I agree.
I like Alex Cora. Whatever happens this year's gravy.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's still a big deal. I know people like ID aren't the biggest fans when they win, but it's still a big deal when the Red Sox win the World Series. You get tired.
Absolutely. I never get tired of them winning a World Series.
I know. No.
Listen, people don't know how we suffered. They think they know how we suffered. You don't get it. How many times when we were younger, anyone who was a Red Sox fan during the time period when we grew up, you had to listen to 1918. You had to listen to, Red Sox suck. You had to listen to we never beat the Yankees. Then the whole Mets fiasco in '86. So they win, I enjoy it. I look for
all the nights of listening on the crack because on WTIC because that's the station you get me at night. They'd have the league going into 7th inning, and then it would be Clear and Stanley, and it was. How are we losing this one? Well, let's leave 17 runners on
Double play.
Or yeah, I am serious. If someone makes a Jim Rice joke,
Oh, I know. I don't. Even if I do it, I'm banned. I'm not doing it. Remember how many times first and third, right? Yep. One out, and you're like, please God, whoever's up.
Can you take an extra base here at some point? Go to third. That one's in the triangle, and Rice will hold at second. Why?
They're just gonna bang into a double play. Haven't you seen this horror movie before? Baseball Demos has a question for you, Uncle Ron.
Yep.
What does Uncle Ron think will be the over-under on at-bats until Chris Davis gets a hit? I believe that's the Chris Davis for the Orioles.
Yeah, was he 0 for 47
or wherever the hell he's playing now? But yeah, he's
I would say, God, I hope for his sake it's soon.
That is hard. Imagine that. That's when he does get it though, it's gonna be a home run, right?
I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so. Oh,
Larry Harris in the chat. Hello, Larry.
Noise down, you old fart, you young whippersnappers. You're keeping me awake.
Who's that? The cat?
No, the cat is asleep. The cat's not going to like it when in about 20 minutes when I roll over and try to get some sleep. Trevor Rosenthal is an infinite ERA. Chris Davis has a no average. What would happen if they face each other on Action PC? Well, that would be the irresistible force versus the immovable object, right?
We couldn't do that on Action PC because we don't have. We could fool around with OTP and try that. I don't know how
you could do that in Action PC.
I didn't buy the projected. I mean,
you could create the two players.
Actually, that would be the way to do it.
You could create players.
Yeah, I fooled around with that a little bit. That's a little more.
Yeah, but I leave that up
than I thought it was.
I leave that up to date to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the irresistible force, the movable object. I'm not quite sure what the hell would happen. Anyway,
I think Davis would hit it, like get a hit off. I think I go with Davis in that situation.
I would hope so. I feel bad. I just feel absolutely terrible for that. So yeah, so I am feeling better. Al says I'm not as bloated, which is good because you don't want to retain water.
Not good to do that. No, bad.
It is not good to do that. I fully expect to be in to talk with Baseball Demos tomorrow for our hour-and-a-half chat. I'm looking forward to it.
7:30.
7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. D. Scott Howard finished milking your goats before them.
Yes,
it'd be nice to have you on, but yeah, it's gonna be slow the rest of the week. It'll be that tomorrow, and then probably I don't know what we'll do if I will do anything on Friday. Depends on how I feel. But again, I mean, it's not. I felt bad, but I didn't. I'm delighted that my wife was abundantly cautious, and I don't think Sarah ever gets the credit for all the stuff that she does in her professional job. Love her like crazy. She is just everything.
Bravo to Sarah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bravo.
We've been together 23 years and married 21 in August.
And many more happy, healthy ones.
Absolutely. But you never know when a prescription goes wrong. I mean, you've taken recreational stuff before or whatever. If you stop doing something,
they can't prove that.
But seriously, if you go like 2 or 3 days without coffee, you feel it, right?
Oh yeah. I can't. I know exactly what you mean because I have to have coffee in the morning. I don't care what it tastes like. I've got rid of my sugar in the coffee. I got used to that, but I still have to have this. I must have this.
Not caffeine. I do tea.
I gotta have my caffeine.
Splenda and cream in my Earl Grey.
Earl Grey's a strong tea, though.
Yes, yeah, but I do my iced tea just with the Splenda. But yeah, I mean, if I remember, we talked earlier about when I was doing the Nat stuff and having nights that normally.
Well, you were up late sometime with
the gosh, sometime 11:30 midnight, a couple times in the West Coast. One, drinking way too much coffee. I'm not a huge coffee fan, and then
I told you guys to switch to that other stuff, but you said no. Never mind.
I probably would have made my writing better. You know what? I don't give a crap at all.
We don't give a poop.
We don't give a poop. Bryce Harper struck out again. Good.
Good.
You can't write that when you're supposed to be.
No, bad because you're writing for the for the team, sort of.
You know, when you're taking something and you know it's not working, I think her concern was that what happens when you try to take yourself off of it.
Yeah, because it's brought you to a certain level.
Right. And so this is day 2. And
you look good, Uncle Ron. You look, even Dave from Baseball Demo says your face looks better. Yeah, I mean, you're always handsome, bloated or not, you're a handsome guy. And then
my family tried to tell me that today too.
You're a handsome guy, you are. So,
but no, I'm glad the bloat is gone. And I think that was,
it looks gone, because there was again, it's not like when anyone leans, you know what I mean? Your neck. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like you were like,
right,
like a little bit like that.
Yeah, I can actually see it in a cheek. The cheek looks a little better tonight than it did this morning. But yeah, that's just since when did I do that this morning? About 10.
Yeah, 12 hours ago. About 8 minutes.
I knew I had to get something on Facebook. Once
people are worried. People,
once you tell your mother that something's going on, you kind of have to follow through and keep her updated. That's the thing about that sort of thing, because the wife sees you.
Will from WVOG says, Uncle Ron, happy you're doing well. You're an amazing individual. Yes, he is. Yes,
Thank you. Yeah, no,
Uncle Ron is a fighter. A fighter.
Coffee is not a food group. Caffeine is a food group.
Coffee. I need my coffee, so I'm with Baseball Demos.
No, So
you're right. You're caffeine. I can see what you're saying.
Like I said, tea, the occasional soda I have. But yeah, hopefully when Clinton Parks sees this, he'll look and think that I don't look as bloated.
I don't think you look as bloated.
So. That's good. When you back off of whatever, caffeine, sugar.
You have a letdown.
Look at the people who have trouble who quit smoking. I never smoked. So
my friends have tried to quit. You're right. That's the worst. They'll be like, I'm good for a while. And then all of a sudden, like, hey, where's John? And you go out back, and John's got 15 cigarettes in his mouth. Going, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good.
It's the old Sylvester from the cartoons, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Pouring coffee and with a pack of cigarettes in his mouth. Yeah. So she was right. You just don't know what's going to happen. Has it worked its way through? And yeah, I can tell you that I feel, like I said, I feel better tonight than I did this afternoon, and I'll get hopefully another good night's sleep.
That's important to get a good night's sleep.
And then we'll just kind of go from there. And so, Robbie,
my prediction is you will be doing the interview with Baseball.
Oh, I fully expect to. As far as games are concerned, we're just going to forget that this week is kind of like an impromptu vacation week, and we'll pick it up game-wise with, I think, Sunday. We'll do the football game.
That would make sense, because it sort of puts you back on.
Because I don't want to do a football game Monday night and Wednesday and Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
I was looking to do a fight. I was going to do Duran and Sugar Shane Mosley.
That's a good one. At what weight class? Lightweight or welter?
They're both in title bout. They're both in the same class.
Yeah, because you could fight them I would fight them at lightweight, because I think Shane Mosley.
I think they're both lightweights, aren't they?
Yeah, but I mean, if you go in the title bout, you can adjust them, because Durant.
I haven't played around with it. They're both.
Yeah, so that's the better, because that's when they're at their primes, right? At lightweight, that's gonna be a heck of a fight.
Durant's at 14 and Mosley's an 11, and I remember, last time I had HBO, Mosley was fighting, and so we watched a couple of.
He was a good fighter.
Yeah,
I mean, he fought past his prime and stuff. He was still a good fighter.
Right.
He gave even past his prime, Floyd Mayweather a few anxious moments, but Mayweather is good. But yeah, that's gonna be a fun. That's a really nice matchup.
So I was going to do that last Monday night. So we're just going to pretend that this week, as far as games never happened, we'll start with baseball back on July 4th and do Tuesday, and hopefully Dave and I will both feel more to do whatever we do on Wednesdays and kind of go from there. The only concern I had was the football, because I'm trying to get the one project done before the new game is released.
Which makes sense. Read Clinton. I'll read it to you. Clinton Park says, I've seen these two guys before, Abbott and Costello.
That's right. Saturday at noontime, even though that's the death slot, I think, on YouTube is Saturday.
Oh my God. You're right. Anytime I stream on Saturdays, it's like, I'm waiting, like, there's no one in my chat.
5 people are watching.
Yeah.
actually, I might tape this Friday. I'm going to go through and play another round at Augusta with Arnie, Jack, and Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, and Gary Player, and try to do it, couch it as a preview if you do watch the Masters this weekend of what to expect as we go along.
I looked at that today. That game. I looked at that today. The the one you have, because I have the demo, and that's what's cool about ASG games. You can download the demos and have them forever and just play. And I'm looking at that going, God, I want that game. I want that game. But I'm gonna hold off for a little bit.
Clinton doesn't drink Dunkin' Donuts. Tastes burnt. He does Aroma Joe's.
Now we have What's Blazing in Sports. T-Dubs in the chat. How you doing?
Have you long, buddy?
And we have Clinton Parks and Larry. I said hello to Larry Harris.
Yes, you did. Larry, we woke Larry up, and he likes his iced coffee with mocha cream and sugar.
I don't like. You know what's funny? When I was a kid, I think I told you this before, Uncle Ron, in one of my chats or something. I believe I told him the iced coffee. I used to have that as a kid because my mom would she'd make iced tea. And she used to do like you warm up the iced tea, like real ice, with the
put it in the bag,
and then you put the sugar in. So that was like you souped up on that, and then the leftover coffee, she would put in the refrigerator with sugar, and so that was like cold coffee, right? And she'd be like, "Well, which one do you want?" And I'd be like, "Coffee!" So I'd be bouncing around the house outside, running through.
We always called it coffee dinner milk. My mother would pour a little bit into a glass.
Yeah. Did she put a little milk in it too?
It was a glass of milk that she would pour a little bit.
A little coffee in it. Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I just wanted the straight coffee.
Big deal. Of course you did. I can see you at 8 years old running around with the garbage cans. I didn't realize until I went to college, and then more recently that in Rhode Island, coffee and milk is like coffee syrup and milk is as big as Nestle Quick or chocolate milk.
Like chocolate milk and coffee?
Well, not chocolate and coffee together. That's called mocha. But like their coffee syrup in the milk, like you would
coffee. Oh, I don't think I'd like that. I know what you mean.
That's what I call Starbucks. Boom, boom,
boom, boom. Starbucks. I'll tell you a story about that. They opened one up in the town we live in when I moved here, right? So that's all I ever heard of, Starbucks, right? So we go there. There's a line going out the door. We wait to get in there. We pay like $30,000 for this cup of coffee, and you're thinking you're going to taste the most marvelous thing ever. And we buy a scone, right? That's another $50,000, right?
Oh, they're disgusting too.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So now we sit down. They got the tables out there. I'm sitting there going, I'm going to drink my coffee. And I'm not like one of these people who go, oh yeah, it's good. I'm like, okay, that's okay. Yeah. This sucks. I'm gonna go buy a Hostess cupcake and get some coffee from the when I buy my Hostess cupcakes, I'm gonna get from the whatever the little store, buy their coffee, and I'll enjoy it much more than, and I'll spend exactly $2 as opposed to I just mortgaged my house and spent $70,000 on this crap and people walk out from there around there. Oh, it's the best coffee. I'm like, you people are sheep. Bullshit.
I don't get it. I mean, there's a.
Have you had a good cup of coffee from there? I went there 3 times. It just sucks.
My wife gets it. I don't, like I said, I don't drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
I get tea there, or I'll do. Yeah, I'll get tea there, but it's like no, small, medium, or large. Don't give me tall, venti, and El Pupo Grande.
Yeah.
Only thing I like from Starbucks.
Speaking of English, small, medium, large.
Only thing from Starbucks I liked is at Christmas. It's their eggnog lattes because they're all eggnog.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
So Clinton, do I look better to you? I say he was there, and I want to give Clinton a special thank you for his genuine. Everyone's been genuinely concerned, but Clinton has reached out 3 or 4 times, specifically to say you look.
And we're not talking inappropriately either. When he reached out, it was a very kind. It was appropriate.
Yeah.
That was a whole HR joke, but everyone missed it.
Right. Making sure that I was okay and giving suggestions. I'm just, thank you guys so much. She's bathing herself, isn't she?
I don't even see her now. Yeah, she is.
How can you tell? Yeah. This is my night times. This is what
she's getting ready for bed.
No, she's been asleep for 2 hours. Is how I got.
Cats need about 25 hours of sleep.
A little thinner around the chin. That's what Al said too.
I said, yeah. Hello, Sam Tangles Webb. How you doing, my friend?
All about the baristas. Sam
What is a barista anyway?
It's a person that makes your coffee.
So can we just say person who makes?
No, because yeah, give it a couple days. That's as long as it's starting to go down.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely because here you get
barista.
Yeah, who came up with that term? Before we
Probably
leave,
the Starbucks term. I can't give a proper answer to that on this channel on a Wednesday night.
Gotcha. Well, I understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're the ones, but in all seriousness, they're the ones that take the crap from everyone who doesn't want this and doesn't want that, because no one goes into a coffee house and orders a coffee. It's make me a soy whip latte with extra foam with that sort of thing.
Before we leave, Dave Little has defined barista for us in the chat. He
says,
yeah, he says barista equals person who makes overpriced coffee. Out of the ballpark.
You got it, buddy. You got it. And like I said, for the local places or the poor people at Dunkin' who deal with the crap all the time, I feel bad for them.
I wouldn't want that job.
No. There's one guy that has worked at that Dunkin' Donuts next door. We've been here. That place opened 2003, 2004, and I think he's been there since about 2004. So, and it's in a kind of what passes for a sketchy neighborhood in Vermont.
I didn't know you guys had sketchy neighborhoods in Vermont.
We have sketchy neighborhoods. It's not where the cow plops, that's for sure. So yeah. I feel bad. You just, especially on check day. You know where I'm going with that, right? Yeah. Go pour your own coffee at Cubby's. So that will pretty much do it for this. Hope you guys enjoyed. Kind of back to work for me tomorrow. Can't wait to talk with baseball demos. We're going to do that for the normal length of time. Anything you have for him. It was very nice of him to make sure that the ID Jesters won that series in 4 games. Why the hell did you have your card patterned after Bob Stanley?
Me?
What? Yeah, you.
I just didn't put me after anybody. I didn't care. I would have preferred Mark the Bird Fidrich now that I think about it, but I didn't think about it.
I mean,
I was probably looped up on something.
Bob Stanley is a wonderful guy. He showers regularly.
That's
he
right.
smells like elderberries and cream, but I still have nightmares.
Yeah, but we swept them. We won 4 games to none.
We did, and I finally forgave the Mets for that World Series.
Right.
Here's my biggest Bob Stanley pull my hair out moment. Lose the World Series. We go all through that winter. 14 years old, so it's the wrong age to have that happen.
It was not a good time.
When Boone tagged Wakefield in 03,
I was not happy either.
Sucked that the year was over, but I seemed to got over that in a hurry. Like, what are you doing putting Timmy Wakefield in that situation anyway? To be honest, 14 years old, crushed, emotionally just crushed at what happened. Waited for this moment all of my life, didn't happen, and it happened in the worst possible. There's not a girl on this planet at 14 that could have done to me what those damn Mets did, and the Red Sox did to themselves. Anyway, so if you remember,
I remember. I tried to block it.
Clemens and Gedman did not sign their deals, and they could not resign until May 1st. So
you're talking the season after the World Series.
Talking the opening 87. So Clemens, who was 24-4 and 86,
he started the season late.
Right, started the season on May 1st. You know who the Red Sox trotted out in Milwaukee on opening day?
Oh God, I want to say it was Bob Stanley.
You would be absolutely correct.
Yeah,
not Ocam Boyd. Not with everybody going with 160 days of rest. McNamara goes out and trots out Bob blankety blank Stanley.
The before we leave, in 87 when Clemens comes back, I was at his first start at Fenway. I don't know if it was his first start, and he got racked. I'll never not racked, but it wasn't Clemens. You know what I
It
mean?
wasn't.
And they're sitting there going, "Oh God!" I was all excited. So the 2 times I saw Clemens pitch, I saw him lose. The 2 times
Really?
I saw. Only I could see Clemens lose twice, right? The 2 times I saw Frank Viola pitch, Frank was a nice guy. He would wave to you like, "Hey, Frank." I saw him lose. But I was at the Cleveland Indians playoff game when they were down 2-0 and they beat Berber was pitching marvelously and he hurts like he got the blister on his finger and they had to take him out and bring in David Wright and the Red Sox came back and they won the game and then they won the other game and they went back to Cleveland and that's when I think Troy O'Leary went nuts and knocked in a gazillion runs and they beat. So I was at the Saturday game of that. So that takes away all the I think that's I've only seen the Red Sox actually win 3 times for all. Not that I've been a lot of times at Fenway, but I've only seen them win 3 times in person.
I went once. I went Old Timers Day '89. It was the first time that Yaz was back at Fenway since '83.
Yep, because he retired in '83.
He retired in '83, obviously. Yes, Clinton. I'm going to bed in a minute. Don't worry. I'll. Thank you though. And it was Bobby Witt pitching for the Rangers, and who was some Mass native. I saw that Bob Stanley is from Portland, Maine. Like I said, everyone raves about Bob Stanley as a person. It just happened to be the wrong age when Bob Stanley was pitching for the Red Sox. Bob Stanley pitches today for the Red Sox. Job well done. Congratulations. Good job. You did really well. Bob Stanley pitching when you're an obsessed 13, 14-year-old kid.
When you live on it with every pitch?
Yeah. No. Sorry. Can't stand you. And I like it now. Bobby Witt pitched for the Rangers. I think it was Mike Smithson pitched for the Red Sox.
I remember Mike Smithson.
And he threw a shutout. Shut out the Rangers 7-0. Witt was nervous because I don't know if he's from Boston, but he's from the 617.
So he maybe had family there?
Yeah, I mean, the place was packed. Yeah. I mean, you could not find a seat. I don't know.
And Uncle Ron's going to be leaving soon, real soon, because Dr. Parks says, you got to get your rest. And he's right.
Yep.
I remember when Mike Smithson, he had taken a no-hitter. I can't remember the exact game, but he took it like into the 7th. I remember riding my bike because we didn't have Nesson. I was listening on the radio, riding my bike to my friend's house. As soon as I get off my bike, start to go through the door, no-hitter over.
So after the game, we went to the Twin store across the way. I got an Orioles hat, which I still have actually in this room. You can't see it. It was the first year they were using the bird, the ornithologically correct bird, as opposed to the cartoon bird. So I liked it. And a Red Sox hat, I'm sure. So I come back through and by the Players parking lot. And there's a bus that pulled up because it was Old Timers Day. So Bill Lee is there, Yaz is there, Lou Brock is there, all sorts of players are there, obviously. And Lou Brock comes up to me. Now, you've heard the stories about my uncle who was the huge Cardinal fan.
Yep.
At the time, he was making gadgets, I guess. And so I got a keychain with either a Red Sox or a Cardinal logo on it that played "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and he shook my hand.
That's kind of neat. That's cool.
So that was
really cool.
Never going to top that.
No.
Not
even Don Maynard tops that.
Not even Don. So yes, if you're wondering, it was an hour and a half in the Mass border from where my folks lived, and then even on a Saturday, it was an hour and a half from the Mass border to Fenway.
That's Uncle Ron. That's a wonderful story to end with.
And so we'll end it. So we'll end it with that. Thank you so much. I don't think I'll need to do an update tomorrow morning. Dr. Parks thinks that my chin looks better too, and that's a good sign. So the plan is right now 7:30 to be with baseball demos, and then Saturday I might tape it Friday. So if you see a video pop up on Saturday, it's a guide to the Masters, so you can enjoy it over the weekend. And then the real sports will probably start early Sunday. We'll get either that or maybe Sunday night. We'll get in a football game after the Masters, because I do want to watch. Did you figure I want to watch the Masters yet?
I think so.
I think we'll probably go Sunday night to do that. So that's when the games will resume, and we go hopefully just have a regular schedule as long as the elbows actually, Al, feel quite fine for as long as I've talked to you on and off camera. So, all right. So, baseball demos tomorrow night at 7:30. Al doing a subscription drive. Subscribe to the Friends of the Community. It's all of you guys that make this possible. And I am overwhelmed by all the touching messages of love and support and all your prayers. And so, glad I did this so I don't have to do that tomorrow with Dave. So we'll talk to you tomorrow night at 7:30. Until then, talk to you the next time. And again, thank you so much.